All right, Olivia is playing upstairs for quiet time, and this is a secret grocery haul on week, I guess this will be week 6 secret pregnancy grocery haul. I was going to make those strawberry muffins. I had every intention of it. The last 2 days I have felt so sick, and then this morning I had a migraine and it just totally knocked me out. She has her school party in the morning, and so I've totally phoned it in. We are bringing tiny little muffins, little chocolate chip muffins, and then also apple slices. I bought the snack baggie so I can portion that out and they'll be easy for the class. She wanted to pick out her plate, so she picked this teal color, and then she wanted 2 different colors of napkins. So we got green and teal. And she also wanted fruit. When we were looking at like the cut up fruit, she wanted this as well. And it is our special today, so it ended up being really cheap actually. So she's gonna have that with her dinner tonight. Show you guys, I had my week blood work, so I get my results for that tomorrow. I'll put that in this 6-week update video. And I also picked up Chick-fil-A. Since our Chick-fil-A is closed down, I went and picked up some chicken soup and some chicken sandwiches. That's what we're having for dinner tonight. So I think these meal of the week videos are stopped until I announce this because I haven't been able to eat much. So they're kind of looking pathetic now. Anyway, secret grocery haul. Let's hop into the actual week 6 update now.
Hey everyone, it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life. I am going to do my 6-week pregnancy update for you guys today. I am filming this in real time, so I'm 6 weeks and a couple of days pregnant. By the time I actually film these, I'm like at the half of the week from where my weeks turn over, so I'm like 6 weeks and a few days. I am in the middle of packing and moving. I'm filming this on a Monday. We're getting the keys to our new place on Friday, so we are in packing mode. I totally forgot I had to film this video, so you're just gonna see, you know, crazy packing background today. So I'm just gonna walk through everything really quickly. There's not a whole lot of newness to discuss this week. It's just basically I am nauseous and feeling sick pretty much around the clock. Nothing has seemed to help. I've been trying to eat like small bites of things every once in a while and nothing's helping. I'm just really nauseous pretty much all of the time. So I'm just trying to take it easy. I find that the packing and the moving around stuff is just nearly impossible at this point. I just get so nauseous that I have to take it really slow and take lots of breaks because my stomach just starts churning and I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I have only so far had 2 bad throw up days and the rest has just been me feeling totally sick. I'm gonna go ahead and walk through my questions because this one's basically the second question. At 6 weeks, baby is the size of a sweet pea. The only new symptom I'm having is I had a migraine this week and I've had little tiny headaches here and there. Like today I have a little bit of a headache. I just feel it in the back of my head and it's just kind of a dull, annoying ache feeling. Thankfully, I've only had 1 migraine and that day was by far the worst day that I've had. I'm pretty sure I'd mentioned last week, I mentioned that I thought I was just right on the verge of things just coming out both ends. Well, that was a day of things coming out both ends and it was absolutely miserable. I could not take Olivia to school. I did end up picking her up, thankfully, but I just basically was in the bathroom most of that day and it was so miserable. And I really hope that doesn't happen again. I've had a couple of other little throw up incidences, but nothing major like that. That was like, I could not leave the bathroom for hours on end and Johnny had to take her to school and I felt just so bad because I'm always the one that takes her and picks her up and she actually was totally fine with it. It didn't upset her at all. Actually, it was a special thing. So I think she would like it in the future if he has to do it again. But it was just, I felt so pathetic and I couldn't do anything. And basically I picked her up and we didn't do anything hardly the whole day. I feel like such a crap mom that day. She watched way too much TV that day, but I just had to get through that day. And Johnny ended up coming home early that day as well. But other than that, I've been mostly still like being able to play with her. I'm just not down in the floor as much as I am used to. We're doing a lot of like quieter activities together, like playing the board games, things where I can just sit and be still, because I find that if I'm up moving around, even like cooking dinner, I feel like I'm gonna blow. I just really can't do much of anything at this point without just feeling incredibly sick. Lingering from last week, same symptoms, just increased a bunch, I feel like. Cravings, the only craving I've had, it's also kind of an aversion as well, but I am craving red meat. Johnny went and got me barbecue, he got me some brisket and some sausage, and I really wanted some maple breakfast sausages, but at the same time, like the smell of it grosses me out, and like thinking about it kind of grosses me out, but that's like all I'm craving is just meat. I want meat. We had meatballs last night with dinner and they were delicious, but basically everything else is sounding gross. I have a lot of pregnancy aversions. Pretty much anything cooking smells terrible to me. One of the snacks Olivia got, she went to a birthday party 2 weekends ago and she had some gummy snacks from that. They just, gave gummy snacks as part of the party favors, and she went to open them and I smelled it and they're just repulsive to me. She also takes 2 little vitamin gummies and I have to just kind of like plug my nose and give them to her because the smell of those just gummy snacks is just really repulsive to me right now. I have to go pick her up, so I don't have much more time. Pretty much just any smell is just disgusting to me at this point, even if it's a smell I used to like. As far as weight, I'm down ½ a pound from last week, which is still just 2 pounds up from my pre-pregnancy weight. I had initially gained 3 pounds and then I lost ½ a pound last week, another ½ a pound this week. So now I'm just up 2 pounds from then. I don't feel or think that I look as bloated as I had been looking. So I think the initial bloating is going down a little bit, which is nice. I am still getting over that little cough and cold, and you can tell by my voice that I'm just not back to 100%. I lost my voice a little bit, and I think that combined with the food aversions, I'm just not eating a whole lot. I'm really trying to stay hydrated. Compared to Olivia's pregnancy, I was not this sick this early. I watched my week 6 before filming this, and halfway through the week, I couldn't eat dinner one night. And I had a few days like that in the end of that 6th week, whereas I was really starting to get sick like the end of my 4th week. All last week I felt like this, and all this week it's even worse. Like I can't even walk around without feeling really, really nauseous and like I need to actually go to the bathroom to throw up. I'm like right on the verge of throwing up most of the time. The other end stuff doesn't seem to be as bad, except when I had that migraine. I was pretty sick at both ends. The best thing actually this week was telling Olivia. We just decided to go ahead and tell her because mommy's been so sick and I wanted to kind of explain it to her. And at first she was just not excited. She didn't show any interest at all. We had told her like right as she was getting into the bath, so she just wanted to play and she just didn't really care. I had asked her if she wanted to be a big sister and she said no. She said she didn't want to be a big sister. I was like, but you could have a baby sister or a baby brother. And she said she wanted both, and then she said she didn't want either one. So at first she didn't like the idea at all, but then the next day she mentioned that there was a baby in my belly and that she was going to be a big sister and she was excited about it. And she says she wants a baby sister. So we'll see. I keep telling her and reminding her that we don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet because she keeps saying she's going to get a baby sister. And it's been really cute to hear like how she's talking about it. And we've talked about what big sisters do. Some of her cute things that she said, she thinks big sisters teach babies how to eat. They also teach them how to ride a bicycle. And she said, as a big sister, she has to be nice. So I think those are really good starts for what she thinks. And it's been really cute. And I'm very excited that she's excited at this point. At first, when she just wasn't interested at all, I was like, wow, that was kind of a letdown, but she's coming around to the idea. And I think overall she will be excited about it. The worst thing was the migraine day. It was just one of the days from HELL. It was by far one of my worst migraine days that I've had in years. And it was just totally miserable. On the agenda this week, we still have to pack, and you can see we're working on the packing. I'm really excited that we're moving and taking this step, even though like I'm useless at this point. I can't really help with anything, but I'm glad that we're getting it done before the baby comes and we'll be settled into our new place. And then for answering questions, since I'm doing these as secret vlogs and you guys don't know about them yet, I'm gonna answer one question that I think will come up. Do we want a boy or a girl and why? That's the question I'm answering today. And to be honest, I think both would be totally fine, but I would really like another girl. I know how it is to have a little girl and I just would love for them to be super close and be sisters. And I know like a boy and girl can also be close and best friends later on, but I think the best chance of them being close is them being the same gender. Just, my own personal assumption. But I would just really like to have another girl. I just envision 2 little princesses. But that's not to say I wouldn't be happy with a boy too, because I see benefits for both. I would really like one of each so I can experience being a girl mom and a boy mom. And I would also like to carry on our last name. I know that girls can keep their last name, of course, but it's just not as common. If we have a boy, we can carry that name on. Johnny does have 2 brothers, so there are chances that they can also carry on the name if they have boys. That's always a possibility, but I would really like to carry on that name. I would like to have one of each because I think that's really awesome to just have one of each. So I go back and forth. And the one thing I'll say that's a downside to that is I know if we have 2 little princesses, we're gonna hear for the rest of our lives are you going to try for a boy? And I just know that that is just a common thing that people say, and I will just hate getting that comment over and over again. I have positive thoughts about having a boy too, so I feel like when you're going into having a second child, you totally can't go wrong. Like, if you have a boy and a girl, it's great. If you have two of the same gender, it's great. I just don't see it being bad either way. I definitely don't see myself having a whole lot of gender disappointment if we do end up with a boy, because some days I think, yes, we're gonna have a boy, I want a boy, and then some days I'm going back to the same thing I'm thinking right now. It's like, oh, two little princesses, they can be sisters, I can dress them similarly, and they can, you know, share all the same toys and clothes, and we've kept a lot of Olivia's clothes since moving here, so we still have a lot of girl stuff, and I already kind of know what to expect with a girl. I don't know what to expect with a boy, and so that's kind of my hesitation with the boy, but I don't think you can go wrong either way, and Johnny does not care at all. He really doesn't care at all. And Olivia so far has said girl, so we'll see. We're gonna find out through the blood test. We're gonna do the early genetic testing, and I'll let you guys know as soon as we find out. But there is the opinion on it. It really doesn't matter all that much. We'll be happy with either choice. But anyway, that is it for this video. I really have got to go pick her up. I'm gonna be late if I don't hurry. So here is the belly shot. Oops, I can't even scoot this back because there's a box here. So belly shot, I don't think it's sticking out nearly as badly as it was even last week. So there it is. There's the belly. Just a little bit of a pooch, bloated feeling. Definitely feeling bloated still. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.